Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm wanted to introduce you to the book I read called The Information Diet by Clay Johnson. Which I'm not a big reader, so this is actually a book that kept my interest. So I'm really happy that I found a book that I was happy reading the entire time. So he really discusses nutrition versus the information diet and how it kind of correlates in the sense of what I'll explain in a bit. But he starts off by talking about obesity and how it is in America and how we overindulge in everything that we can find when it comes related to food, and how it just has taken over our country. In a quick way, and how it's, transpired in other ways of our life, such as like technology. I think we're all very guilty of, seeing a text message or an email or a Facebook alert and just getting overindulged and obesity in our technology. It's something that we all can't put down. It's really hard to separate ourselves. I'm very guilty of it, doing it, especially at work, which is really kind of not a good place for it to do it either. But talk about how we're gluttons for IT, and how we should be able to at least try to make a change. He says, how it relates to obesity and information is, when you consume a lot of food and you consume in so many ways, that transpires into information, like taking too much information in and having to just kind of be repetitive versus actually taking, real information and not just indulging in articles after articles, but really finding factual statements to help you kind of decide what you want to believe in or whatever the article is about. He relates a lot of this to politics, how to not be overconsumed just reading article after article, but finding, reliable sources as far as what you're reading. And be the person that's there to help solve the problem, not, add fuel to the fire. Find a solution to what Congress or the government is talking about and try and be a person to make it better versus just making it worse. Especially like with obesity, like there's a resolution for that. You should try and, eat better and exercise as much as possible. Kind of the same thing that he's talking about as far as the information diet. Like be a person that doesn't keep just overindulging. Stop, take a minute, think about what you can do to change and move forward. Also talks about being transparent, how important that is to be transparent, with anything in your life as far as the information that you receive, and not sending out false news to anyone or spreading rumors that aren't necessary. He also created a formula as far as like finding a balance. So if you are sitting there through emails 24/7 and reading articles after article, but like setting almost like a schedule or a time, like a breakdown, like 30 minutes of article reading and then 4 hours of email, and then another break of article reading, and then your other set of articles. So just being aware of that and how to weave that into your life without it taking over your life. And then he also talks about getting involved in your community. If there's something you feel passionate about or one of these topics in the government you'd like to help, and to be that person to show others in the community how you can be effective and not just overindulge in the negativity, which it's so easy to get caught up in the negativity these days, instead of having a positive attitude and a way to fix things, which I think is so important, especially with the way the news is lately, that it's important to shed a positive light. And also to choose a news source that is reliable. We talk about this all the time in class, like have credible sources, and to make sure that it's feeding you the proper news, not just news that you want to hear, that it's factual and not just opinionated. That I think is something great that we can take away from this book, and I feel like it offers so many valuable lessons, not just in your personal life, but in your friend's life or your family's life, that you can share with them as well. So that's the breakdown of my book, and I hope you have a great night.